Seatbelt. Oh. On it on. Freeze it. Whoop.
Muhammad Ali lived a life so big and bold, it's hard to believe that any one man could do everything he did, could do all the things he became in the course of just one lifetime. This man, this champion, this Louisvillian, ended his 74 years yesterday. Today, we, his fellow Louisvillians, join the billions whose lives he touched worldwide in mourning his passing, celebrating his legacy, and saying, thank you, Muhammad, for everything that you've given to your hometown, your country, and your world. And I'm so grateful that I had the chance to know him and see how he leveraged his fame to share his message of love, peace, and compassion. What the champ would want us to do right now is to spread that same message, follow his example, and live by the same 6 core principles that he lived by: confidence, conviction, dedication, giving, respect, and spirituality. I'd like to close with Muhammad's words, which carried just as much grace and power as his fist ever did. This comes from his book, The Soul of a Butterfly, Reflections on Life's Journey. Quote, "It doesn't matter whether you're a Muslim, a Christian, or a Jew. When you believe in God, you should believe that all people are part of one family. If you love God, you can't love only some of his children."
Muhammad Ali was a hero of mine, and I was very, very saddened to hear about his death yesterday. I am a bit of a boxing fan, and clearly Ali was one of the great heavyweight champs of all time, a beautiful boxer and a great athlete. But the reason that Ali struck a chord in the hearts of so many Americans was not just his great boxing skill. It was his incredible courage. At a time when it was not popular to do so, Ali stood up and said, "I am opposed to the war in Vietnam, and I'm not going to fight in that war." And that incredibly courageous decision cost him 3.5 years of his prime fighting life, and cost him probably tens and tens of millions of dollars. That was the prime. That was when he was at his best. Heavyweight champ of the world. Could have made millions and millions of dollars, but he chose to stand by his ideals, his views. What a hero, what a great man. And I say to all the people who are, intimidated, and I've been all over this country, and I'm talking to Muslim people who say, Bernie, our kids are now afraid. I say to those people, one of the great American heroes in modern American history was Muhammad Ali, a very proud Muslim. And don't tell us how much you love Muhammad Ali, and yet you're going to be prejudiced against Muslims in this country.
God of honor for the legendary Muhammad Ali. And then you saw the flags also going down. Everyone showing love to Muhammad Ali. You should also show some love to the legendary boxer. I want you to be part of the show now. Let us talk about Muhammad Ali. What do you remember about the boxing champion? We will read your messages live on the show this morning. Talk to us on Twitter. It's channels_sports, and on Facebook or Channels Life in Sports. You can also send an email to sportsthismorning@channelstv.com. We are celebrating greatness. Use the hashtag Muhammad Ali. What do you remember about the boxing legend and all he did for boxing all over the world? We've been talking to boxing professionals, everyone that's showing love. You listen to Bill Clinton showing love to Muhammad Ali. You just heard Bernie Sanders. You also heard from the mayor of Louisville. Everybody saying beautiful things about that legendary boxer. He died at 74, respiratory illness, doctor said, but got accumulated because of the Parkinson's disease. He will be remembered for all what he did, not just for boxing, for sports. You listen to Olusegun, I just said, everyone tried to be Muhammad Ali, but Muhammad Ali was the original boxer that, brought about everything that we are talking about. And that's why we're talking to professionals, we've listened to politicians, we've listened to sports persons talk about Muhammad Ali. What about we get a fan perspective? Olumide Fowowe works right here at Channels TV. He's not a sports person. We don't see him every time talk about sports. Actually works with the accounting department, but he loves Muhammad Ali. And good to have you around, Olumide.
Good to be here, Austin.
Fantastic.
Olumide, it's good to have you here. First of all, I just want to say, how was it like meeting Muhammad Ali in 1964 when he came to Nigeria?
I wasn't alive.
No, I'm just
I was waiting to hear you start saying that.
I wasn't born then.
I'm just kidding. I mean, but seriously now, and what is the greatest memory of Muhammad Ali in the ring?
Oh, tell where do I start from? There are so many memories, I have 2 memories inside the ring, and I have 1 memory outside the ring.
Okay.
My first memory will be the 1970 fight. The fight of the century was built between Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali.
That's right.
And you know what happened between 67 and 1970 when Ali was banned because of his convictions then and refused to go for the war in Vietnam. And then, it was such a big fight. It was a massive fight. And the way Ali built it, he said it was between, what he said was, it was between him and the white establishment. That was the way he put it there. And he did it in such a way that the black people in the US wanted Ali to win. And the establishment that banned Ali wanted Frazier to win. And I remember very well, in the 11th round, a vicious left hook by Joe Frazier, he floored Ali. But you know what was beautiful about it? It was the quickness in which he got up. The way the man got up. If it was any lesser man, that man would have lost the fight.
Wow.
But he knew that was what the establishment wanted. They wanted to see him down on his knees. They wanted to see him lose. But he knew who he was fighting for, and he stood up. That, for me, shows the resilience of the man. The second one is the one in 1974, the Rumble in the Jungle that was put together by Don King. That fight was, for me, Ali's crowning glory.
Wow.
And what he taught me is that even when the whole world writes you off, you do not write yourself off. Ali refused to write himself off. Everybody told him that he was going to lose. George Foreman said, you know what, I think I'll go to Zaire. It will be the easiest $5 million I'll ever make. I'll beat him within 3-4 rounds, and it will be over. And then the fight started. And George hit him with everything that he had. I remember George Foreman narrating this story because in one of the documentaries that I saw, he said in the 6th round, and when he kept on hitting Ali, and Ali pulled him close to him and said, "Is that all you've got, George?
Oh my goodness.
Is that all you've got? Come on, hit me harder, hit me harder."
Yeah, that's the rope-a-dope.
The rope-a-dope. And then George Foreman said, well, he knew it was done then, that there was no way that he was going to win the fight. And what did Ali do? A quick one-two combination in the 8th round, and that was it. He floored him.
Wow.
Nobody believed Ali could do it.
Wow.
Nobody believed. Everybody that was close to him said, man, you're going to die. Because the likes of Joe Frazier, which Ali would beat Ali in 1970, George Foreman took care of him easily. It was a no contest for George Foreman, and yet he did that, and he proved the whole world wrong. That was what the man was about.
That's right.
And the final one I would remember is 1996, the Olympics, the Atlanta Olympics, when he, lit the torch. And it was the fact that the whole world was willing him on. We wanted this man to do this, because we know what happened in 1960 in Rome when they had given him the gold medal. He went back home. He wasn't served in a white-only diner, and he threw that medal away. But to see him lighting that Olympic torch, with his hands, on American soil, with his hands shaking, for me, is a testament to the will of the human spirit.
That's right. That impossible is nothing.
Exactly.
We'll keep you. We'll keep you. I know. Let's go to London again. We've heard from boxers, we're hearing from a fan. Let's listen to a boxing promoter. How much of an influence was Ali in terms of marketing boxing? Ben Gray is a boxing promoter in the UK. Joins us now. Good morning, Ben, and welcome to the program.
Thank you, Austin.
Okay, Ben, we're celebrating Muhammad Ali, the life he lived and all. You are a boxing promoter. How much influence did Ali bring into marketing the sport?
Well, he's the modern-day fighter, isn't he? He predicted the round. He, he got people who weren't even interested in boxing to want to watch the fight, whether that was because they were opposed to him or they supported him. But everyone wanted to watch it.
Ben, tell me, what are the lessons, vital lessons we can learn from the life of Ali that can make, boxing stand as a sport that will keep getting followership?
I think, well, I mean, you can't recreate another Ali. Ali was unique, but boxing gave him the platform to become one of the greatest boxers of all time, and I think one of the greatest human beings of all time. And the adversity that people face in boxing brings out the best of them. So, it's not really about boxing today. It's about celebrating Ali as a wonderful human being, I think.
Okay, yeah, Ben, I mean, I said it earlier on the show that the boxers of nowadays, a lot of them try to, sell the fights with a lot of trash talking. But Muhammad Ali, in his prime, was a poetic genius. And I don't think any one of these boxers these days, does it as good as Muhammad Ali.
No, there's not. Ali would stand and beat, I think, every boxer that's ever lived at the heavyweight division. You look at some of the old-time fighters like Marciano, Dempsey, Joe Louis, and they're all very good in their own era, but they wouldn't survive in the modern era. Ali is probably one of only 2 boxers from the past era that would actually be able to fight today, be competitive, and actually win the heavyweight title. He was that good.
Ben Gray, I'm trying to think like you boxing promoters now. I'm just thinking that if you had met Ali even at 74, would you have tried to fix a fight for Ali and someone else?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. He would sell the fight, on his own. But my favourite fight of all time is the Rumble in the Jungle, and it's not just because of the spectacular, win that he had against George Foreman. It's the whole consciousness of coming back to Africa and delivering, pride to the African continent. And I think, as I say, great boxer, but an even greater man.
Thank you so much, Ben Gray, for speaking to us this morning. We'll continue with the show now. It was Muhammad Ali who said, to be a great champion, you must believe you are the best. If you're not, pretend you are. Let's come back to the fan. Olumide is still with us in the studio. Olumide, how much of an inspiration was this man to our generation?
Oh my God, he was such a big inspiration. Still nowadays, there is such a big inspiration. Let me tell you something about Muhammad Ali. At the period in which he came, you had these Jim Crow laws in the U.S. He grew up in a Jim Crow culture where his mother, Odessa Clay, went to whites-only fountain to get some water. She couldn't get served. And he grew up in this culture where the black man was told in a way that you're a second-class citizen. But because of Muhammad Ali saying that he was the greatest, because of him saying that I am the best, look at me, I'm beautiful, anti-handsome, he gave every black man then the courage to live their lives. And even till then, no matter where you are, no matter what you do, it doesn't matter if you're a cleaner, if you're a car salesman, if you're an accountant, if you're a sports presenter, it's the confidence that that man gives you, the inspiration that he gives you, that you can be great at what you do. And that is all, I can say about Ali in terms of inspiration. What a wonderful inspiration.
I know. Olumide, thank you so much for coming around. And what a fan you are also, Mohammed. 20,000 seats has been put together. Maybe you should find some time to
I'll be here working.
Okay, but you can stream online.
Definitely.
Yeah. You have to be part of it.
That's right. Thank you so much, Olumide.
More tribute, Austin.
More tribute. Tired. They're raining. It can't stop.
And this time around, we're going to London again, where David A., professional boxer, is a champion in his own right. He's been having a lot to say about the late, great Muhammad Ali.